So welcome to Astrofox, the YouTube channel. So yeah, probably this 10th and 11th will be starting the course, and the contents I already posted in the YouTube. So today we'll see uh, how to match a chart. Means I discussed all this while the four pillars, right? So now let me tell you like what are those four pillars which are essential to match a chart, and how do we proceed with an example. Okay. So what will be discussed in the class? It is there in the contents like longevity, mental and psychological health, more than one marriage, balancing of two charts, Dashakota, and the sun and disasters in the marital life, loss of spouse or divorce, and husband and wife from past life connections, Astastakam, Gurubalam, timing the marriage, remedies, Dasha Sandhi, Dasa Vididalai, and practical illustrations, promise of childbirth and timing of childbirth, all those things. Yes, I think we said in the previous video as well. And the four pillars, which is very important. Any chart you see, okay, we can definitely tell what can be the probable Rashi of the wife, probable Lagna of the wife, and if you, for example, there are 12 Lagnas, you can fix until you can reject all these 9 Lagnas. Only from these 3 Lagnas and 3 Rashis, this person will come or lady will come. We can tell, or the husband will come. Okay, but beyond all those things, what is important is these four things should be matching in the chart. Then only we have to go and match the particular chart. The first one is longevity, the second one is mental and psychological health, because sound mind is also very important, right? So first thing is longevity is important, because even if they're going to have all the matches 10 out of 10, if the couple is out of the couple one of them is going to die very soon, then what is the purpose of doing such a matchmaking? And second, mental and psychological health, and the third is multiple marriages, right? Nobody wants to get into a commitment where the other person is not showing a commitment, right? Because this marriage, as per our Indian culture, is a lifelong commitment. That is how being our parents, our grandparents, I mean, and it is how we would be like to ourselves and our children's. And dosha samayam or malefic contents of the horoscope, that is very critical. Okay, if dosha samayam is not there, then even if you are having above 3, then matching of the horoscope becomes utterly useless. Only after all these four pillars are there, then you have to go for the quota agreement. Sometimes some of the agreements of the quota may not come, but that need not discard the marriage. But these four pillars are very essential, you cannot discard them. Okay, now let us check into the first pillar. So what is the first pillar? Okay, that is longevity. Okay, so we need to check what is the longevity of the particular horoscopes, and it is not a easy task for us to go and ascertain the longevity of any particular chart. He will live 72 years, he will live 8 years, somebody will live 32 years, somebody will live 25 years. It is not possible exactly to say, but definitely the sages are given us certain combinations like short-lived combinations, which are proved to be true in most of the cases. Okay, when we come across such short-lived combinations in the chart, it is better not to approve those charts, right? Okay, so what are those combinations I have given here? Okay, where we are not discussing to estimate the longevity, but I'll give you those short life combinations. When you find them and substantially the chart is also very big, then don't go to the next step, reject that first step itself. Okay, so basically we can divide the life into four categories: 0 to 8, that is Balarishta, and Alpayu is 8 to 32 years, and the medium life is 33 to 72, and Purnayu, anything beyond 72 is Purnayu or long life. So all these short life combinations I have categorized from various books and I have put it here. Okay, so what are those? If Lagna Lord is exalted but not aspected by any benefic planet, and Saturn occupies Sagittarius or Pisces Navamsa, the term of life is short. When Moon occupies 6th or 8th from Lagna, and malefic planets in Kendra do not receive any benefic aspects, death comes in 20th year. If Mars and Jupiter are in Lagna and Moon is in 7th, while 8th house is occupied by a planet, benefic or malefic, the lifespan is 22 years. If Lagna Lord is in Lagna, 8th Lord is in 9th, and the planet in 8th is aspected by a malefic, 24 years. If 8th and 12th lords are devoid of strength and Saturn occupies Lagna in a common sign, death occurs at 25 years. If Mars in Lagna and Sun and Saturn, it's a type of mistake I given Saturday, Sun and Saturn occupy quadrants, life ends at 20 years. And if 8th lord from Lagna or Moon means 12th or a Kendra, the native lives for 28 years. And if Saturn occupies Lagna in an insimal sign and benefics are in 3, 6, 9 or 12, then one dies at 26 or 27 years. When Sun, Moon, Saturn conjoin 8th house, the native lives for 29 years. And when the 8th lord is in Kendra and Lagna lord is weak, that is 8th lord is in the Kendra, one of the pillars of the horoscope, and Lagna lord is weak, the native lives for 32 years. If Mercury in strength occupies a Kendra and 8th house be free of occupation by any planet, the native dies in 30th year. If the Lagna Lord and Moon be weak and occupy Apoklimas is like this 3, 6, 9, 12. These are the houses, the succeeding houses for the of the Panamparas 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, and be aspected by malefics, the native lives for 32 years. If Lagna Lord be occupied by Sun and be emmed on either side by malefics, the native will live up to 31 years. If the Lagna Lord and Moon be weak and occupy Apoklimax and be aspected by malefics, the native lives for 32 years. If Lagna be occupied by Sun and be emmed on either side by malefics, the native lives up to 31 years. And when Lagna is occupied by malefics and Moon also is with malefics with no benefic aspects, Alpayu results. Okay. Now, if you see this combination, that is Moon, Jupiter, Ascendant, Rahu, Mars, means like from Lagna, the second house is having Rahu, and the Lagna Lord Venus, it is in the 7th house, and Mercury, Sun, and Ketu, that is 3 planets are occupying the 8th house. Okay, so this chart was matched by a astrologer, and he said it's an excellent match, but the unfortunate thing is the person died within 3 years of the marriage, right? So yes, it was an excellent matchmaking or whatever. Okay, so but when the chart is not having longevity, what is the purpose of doing such a matching? If you see, we are given n number of combinations. Okay, here we can find in this chart for marriage matchmaking, it was approved by the astrologer. That is what I said. Taurus ascendant aspected by ascendant lord, because Lagnadipati itself is seeing Lagna, that is a great point, no doubt. But malefic Mars and Saturn occupy 2 Kendras and 4th and 10th. Okay, the Moon is in 12th with Jupiter, and Jupiter in turn is the 8th lord and is being related to 12th house. You can see that again, right? And here we find the combination G requiring the 8th lord from Lagna or Moon being in 12th, or Kendra is fulfilled with 8th lord, Jupiter plus Moon occupying 12th. The native died in 28th year. If we go back and see combination G, what it is saying, if the 8th lord from Lagna or Moon be in 12th or Kendra, the native lives for 28 years. That is what we are seeing in this chart also. One of those short-lived combinations operated. But here he died at 28 years, but that may not be the case in every individual. It can be 25, it can be 31. Understand? There is always plus or minus 3 or 4 years. But definitely that short-lived combination will operate. Okay, unless and until there is a very strong benefic aspect on the Lagna Lord and all. Okay, the Kendras are strengthened. Such combinations will try to give you the short life. Okay, so as this has been realized by the astrologer, and if you had stopped that matchmaking, then definitely that person would have not suffered that setbacks of marriage and losing the spouse, right? So this is important. Okay, so this is the first pillar. So similarly, like that in other class, I will take the second pillar, third pillar. Okay, so we can discuss. Then we can go for a full chart analysis. So if any doubts we are having, you can put in the comment section. Definitely I will reply. Okay, if it is within the scope of the subject. Thank you. Have a nice day.